This is a kickstand RDL or a hinge. You could even call it a kickstand deadlift. You're going to hold weight bilaterally in both hands. That could be 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to grab my weights here. Now when we're in that kickstand position, the back foot, that's our kickstand, that's just our support. We've got a majority of our weight on that front foot that we're loading. So if I show you from here, right foot's loading, left foot's that kickstand, I'm going to hinge back, initiating the movement through my hips, nice neutral spine, that shin stays vertical, push through the ground to come up, just like we would do a normal deadlift position. So I'm going to grab a hold of my weights. Like I said, dumbbells, kettlebells, doesn't matter what you hold on to. I'm naturally heavy on that front foot, that right foot. I can tuck my pelvis slightly if I need to, just to make sure that my pelvis is level. It's a bowl of water. Exhale to set my ribs. Got a little bit of core engagement here. Initiate the movement by hips going back to a depth we can control. In this case, I'm going to just below knee height. Push through that ground, let the leg do the work. So in this case, that right leg. Hinge back, nice neutral spine, push through that right leg to come up. Now my hips are still staying square, straight ahead the entire time. So both my hips are level here. I'm not kind of spinning open or super close through that position. I'm keeping them level and even as I move back into the hip. One of the most common mistakes, other than kind of spinning out of the hip, is people dumping their pelvis forward and going into extension as they come back. So make sure that we stay stacked, we initiate the movement at the hip. This, compared to when they come back, the tailbone kind of shoots back and their pelvis dumps forward. Now I've got a ton of extension in my back. So make sure the spine stays neutral through that movement. So like I said, that's the number one mistake in terms of low back. We want to make sure that that front shin stays vertical, that we stay heavy on that front leg. A lot of times people can also get into that back leg too much. So remember, it's primarily working the front leg here.